From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, January 27th, 2018. Silver is trading at $17.39 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,350 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $43, and the average price of Bitcoin is $11,065. Antiwar.com reports 1 week into the Turkish invasion of Syria's Afrin district, the war against the Kurdish YPG looks to be expanding precipitously, with Turkish President Erdogan first announcing he'd extend the war to Manbij and now all the way east to the Iraqi border. This suggests Turkey's war against Syria's Kurds is likely to span the whole of YPG territory, which at present is about 25% of all of Syria. That war will include Turkey's allies, the Free Syrian Army, which Turkey tends to install as de facto rulers in places they've seized. More importantly, this escalation all but ensures Turkey will be in military confrontation with the U.S., as all of America's troops deployed in Syria are in YPG territory embedded with the Kurds, who they consider allies. The U.S. military has no presence in Afrin, which has forestalled this confrontation, but efforts to try to prevent direct clashes will have to be massive if Turkey indeed intends to invade all of YPG's territory, and the Pentagon's intentions not to withdraw from Syria means some sort of substantial deal would have to be made on accommodating the permanent U.S. occupation forces. This is, however, in keeping with long-standing Turkish positions on their war in Syria that they could not allow the YPG to retain territory on their border. Hopes this would be limited to Afrin were never reasonable, and Turkey was virtually certain to be escalating the war as it now has.
For over 40 years, Robertson Robertson Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Robertson Robertson Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Robertson Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
UPI reports FedEx Corporation announced Friday it will be putting $3.2 billion towards employee wage increases and other investments, a move the delivery company said was made possible by last year's tax overhaul. FedEx said they intend to increase employee compensation by more than $200 million, about two-thirds of which will go to hourly employees by moving annual pay increases up 6 months. FedEx also will be investing $1.5 billion into expanding their hub in Indianapolis over the next 7 years, as well as modernizing its Memphis, Tennessee hub. The 2 million square foot Indianapolis location employs about 700 full-time and 3,000 part-time workers, according to the Indianapolis Star. The company said they would invest another $1.5 billion into their pension plans to ensure it remains one of the best-funded retirement programs in the country. FedEx is one of a number of companies in recent weeks to announce reinvestment as a result of the tax overhaul, including Disney, Apple, Walmart, and AT&T. It's the sort of investment President Donald Trump touted Friday during a speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, saying, "The world is witnessing the resurgence of a strong and prosperous America. There has never been a better time to hire, to build, to invest, and grow in the United States."
When you hear the word lobbyist, you probably think about greedy corporations, but not all lobbyists are the same. Some are fighting for the freedoms you hold dear. Liberty Lobby LLC is doing just that in New Hampshire, working hard to represent you, not some special interest group. You can help by going to libertylobby.info, where your contribution will give us the tools we need to ensure that your voice is heard. Visit libertylobby.info today to find out more.
Reuters reports the remaining directors of the U.S. Gymnastics governing body are resigning in the wake of this week's sentencing of the former national team doctor for molesting female athletes, according to USA Gymnastics on Friday, complying with a demand by the U.S. Olympic Committee. The doctor, Larry Nassar, was sentenced on Wednesday to between 40 and 175 years in prison by a judge in Lansing, Michigan, following a week of blistering statements in court by his victims, including Olympic gold medal winning gymnast Ali Reisman and Jordan Weber, and other female athletes. Larry Nassar has pled guilty to sexual assault charges. Scott Blackman, CEO of the U.S. Olympic Committee, said on Thursday that USA Gymnastics would be stripped of its standing as a governing body if all board members did not resign, with a new interim board put in place by the end of February. At least 5 of the 21 members already had resigned as a result of the scandal. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.